Guys, welcome back to Nikki at your Cervix. It's your girl Nikki, and if you're new here, welcome. Don't forget to hit my subscribe button, turn my post notification bell on so you can get an update every time I have a new release. And follow me on Instagram at Nikki _at your underscore Cervix for lots more interesting content. So, like our video title suggested today, we'll be talking about common myths about your period. So we're going to debunk some myths today, and we're going to list just facts and only facts. All right. So, a key thing to note is that in the past, people heard and believed a lot of untrue things about your period, and period were usually only talked about in whispers, if at all. So, typically, you learn about your period from your mother or other girlfriends, but a lot of things were passed down wrong as well. So much of what people thought they knew were based on cultural beliefs that considered female menstruation to be impure. So the thing that brought you here, they considered it to be impure. So what we're saying is that, are we saying we have an impure world and everybody is impure? Well, that was cultural belief back then. So some schools even tried to fill the gap, but it wasn't always enough, especially if the family stood firm that this is what is so and this is how it is. And even now, menstruation is taboo, and many people still won't talk about it. So here at Nikki and Air Cervix, we have a safe space. We're gonna talk all about period because what? Period are inevitable and they're normal and it makes you you. So let's now have a look at the different myths. So we're usually told washing and bathing and washing your hair during your period is bad. But guess what? That's not true. There's no reason to not wash your hair, take a bath, or shower while you're on your period. In fact, a warm bath can even help you to ease your cramps. You will not get sick, you will not go blind, or you will not lose your hair if you take a bath while you're on your period. And that myth is extremely inaccurate. And yes, it was passed down from generation to generation that this actually happened, and it doesn't happen. Another one is swimming on your period. So it's also very safe to swim on your period. So the old belief that you should stay out of the water during your period may have started before tampons and menstrual cup became popular. So swimming without feminine protection is hygienic, yes. And any bodily fluid like blood, urine, feces can contaminate the swimming pool. So if blood can contaminate the swimming pool, so does urine when you pee in the swimming pool as well. And so you just protect yourself, wear a tampon and go swimming, or wear a menstrual cup and go swimming, and you're just fine. And a lot of people always say that, what about swimming in the ocean? And that when you're on your period, you're a target for sharks because sharks are going to smell the blood and they're going to come for you. So, there's no evidence to ever prove that this actually happens. You can go swimming on your period. Another thing is exercising on your period. So it's also very safe and healthy to exercise while on your period. The belief is that you should avoid exercising while on your period. It comes from a very old idea about menstruation because menstruation was once treated as a sickness and women were told to stay home and they had to stay home and rest and do not talk to anyone in those times. So those ideas are old cultural views, but a key thing to note is that menstruation is normal, it's not a disability, and your period should not stop you from doing things you do at any other time. In fact, regular exercise can even help you to relieve your menstrual cramps. Wow. Another thing to note is that pain medication can help if your cramps make it hard to exercise. And guess what? Athletes often even compete during their periods. Even the Olympians, they also compete when they're on their period as well. So, you can do a lot of things while you're on your period. Your period is not a disability. Another one is sexual activity on your period. So it's perfectly fine to have sex during your period. The misunderstanding about sex during your period have cultural roots, and this comes from religious texts saying that you're not allowed to have sex during your menstruation, and some cultures believe that men can be contaminated or be harmed by interacting with menstruating women. This is not true. You may feel uncomfortable about having sex on your period due to the potential mess, and it's perfectly fine to wait until after your period is finished if your partner feel that way. But sex on your period is not unhealthy. You can do it if you and your partner choose to do so, and it may even help to relieve cramp. And if you choose to, it's fine as I said before, and just use protection because guess what? Just like how you do safe sex to prevent STDs and pregnancies, so on and so forth, you can just use your protection and go for it if that's what you and your partner want. Another thing is the pregnancy risk during your period. So, a key thing to note, a lot of people say you are infertile, or basically you cannot fertilize a baby when you're having your period. So guess what? It is possible to get pregnant during your period. So in order to get pregnant, you need to ovulate, basically release an egg in order to get you pregnant. So that usually happens after your period is over, but sometimes the time when you are fertile may overlap with your period, and this can happen any month, but it's more likely if your period aren't regular. So if you have irregular period or you bleed longer than average, this may happen, the overlap may happen for you, and you can indeed get pregnant while on your period. So unless you're on any birth control pills, you're on any you have any contraceptive like IUDs and so on, and you're not using any natural family planning method, just assume that there is no safe days and you should just not just have sex without using protection. So if you don't want a baby, use protection or use your safe days. Another thing to note is that remember that birth control method do not protect you against sexually transmitted diseases, so it's always good to practice safe sex even when you're on your period. Another thing is tampons by girls. So you can use, yes, you can use tampons during your first period. It's important though to insert them the right way. So you're going to read the instructions, what your tampon says, and your tampon should not hurt. It should not pinch you, it should not hurt, and it should not be overly uncomfortable. If you put it in the right way, you should not even feel a thing. And if you're putting it and you're feeling uncomfortable, like it's not and if you put it in and you feel overly uncomfortable and it's hurt, you didn't place it properly, and you need to take it out and try again, or try ask for more consultation from your doctor and other specialists to help you to put it in or show you how to put it in the correct way. And another thing, and the last one, is synchronized period. So some women believe, and some people believe that if you spend time together with your friends or your female friends at a specific point in time, your period will sync and you're all going to have your period at the same time. So research have shown that this is because of some body chemicals called pheromones, and women release pheromones and so on, and then when the pheromones release and they come together, they cause that signals to be sent, and over time the women period will sink. So that's still up for debate, that's still up in research, and some research even say it's random, but some, as I said before, says it's the pheromone that is causing it, and a lot of women do experience this. So if you're living with a group of girls, or if you live with somebody like a sister, so over time your period are going to be coming around the same time, and thanks to pheromones. And that's it for this video. If you have any questions, drop them in the comment section below. What other period myth have you heard about? Drop them in the comment section below as well. And don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nicky at your cervix for lots more interesting content. And follow me on Instagram at Nicky_at_year_cervix for lots more content. Until next time, see you soon. Bye.